Hello everyone, this is me Debasis for Extra Time. We all know that India clinched the test series against England, defeating England by 5 wickets at Ranchi to go on to seal the series 3-1 with another test match to go in Dharamsala. But talking about the highlights of the series win, there has been a lot. Means obviously it has been a combined effort by the Rohit Sharma and his boys. Obviously, barring a few exceptions, one or two guys, then almost everyone contributed in the series win. In this video, we would like to highlight the 5 key performers or 5 key points which paved the way for India's series win after going down 0-1 after that loss in the first test in Hyderabad, which they lost by 28 runs. Rohit Sharma and his boys went on to win the second test in Vizag by 106 runs. They followed it up with a massive win by 434 runs in Rajkot, and in Ranchi, we all know they won the test match by 5 wickets. So the first key performer for the series win has to be Yashasvi Jaiswal. Means obviously what a find he has been for the Indian team, and since his debut in Dominica during the test series against the West Indies, he scored a brilliant 171 runs, and in this series he has been a class apart. Obviously 655 runs, and with still a test match to go, Yashasvi Jaiswal has been the difference between the two sides when it comes to batting. Obviously he scored 2 double hundreds and 250s in the series. When you look back at England's highest scorer, it is Jack Crowley. So you could see the difference between the two sides. Obviously, there have been performers with the bat for India in the likes of Shubman Gill, who scored 100, and that brilliant knock he played in the today, scoring that unbeaten 52 runs, ably supported by Dhruv Jurel, who scored 39 not out. I'll come to Dhruv Jurel later, but let us talk more about Yashasvi Jaiswal. Obviously, he has been a revelation in this series, and he has been a perfect match with Rohit Sharma at the top of the order. So India's concern of having a genuine opening partner looks to be solved. I mean, obviously the big challenge will be when they go down under later in the year to play a test series against Australia. That will be another challenge for Yashasvi Jaiswal. But so far in his test career, he has looked outstanding. Means obviously, particularly in this series, he has looked a class apart, and he has been the difference for both the sides, scoring 655 runs and also equaling Virat Kohli's record. Virat also scored a similar 655 runs against England in 2016-17 series. So that speaks of volumes. And remember, we still have a test match to go in Dharamsala. Talking about the other key performers with the bat for India, Shubman Gill scored 342 runs at an average of almost 42. Rohit Sharma scored 321 runs, followed by Ravindra Jadeja, who scored 213 runs. But then another key contributor with the bat was Sarfaraz Khan, who scored that brilliant half centuries in both the innings of the Rajkot test match. But that was Yashasvi Jaiswal. The second key performer for India has to be Ravindra Jadeja. What an all-rounder he has turned out for India. Obviously, and he looked to be going from strength to strength across formats. Obviously, he is time and again proving that he is the best all-rounder around in modern-day cricket at the moment. And obviously, talking about Jadeja's performance, he scored more than 200 runs with the bat and almost took 17 wickets to complement. So that has been an all-round performance. And remember, the innings, the partnership he stitched with Rohit Sharma in that 4th test match at Rajkot. At one time India were reeling at 33 for 3, and from there on he stitched on a partnership of 204 runs with Rohit Sharma that paved the way for India to win that massive win in the 3rd test match. Obviously, Jadeja has to be the second key performer of the series win. The third key performer for India in this series win has to be captain Rohit Sharma. Means what a brilliant captaincy. Obviously, there were talks about his captaincy after India lost that first Test match in Hyderabad. Obviously, it was a close match that could easily have won. India dominated the Test match for first few sessions, but then it was Tom Hartley's spin who took 7 wickets in that first Test. India had to lose that Test match by 28 runs. But ever since that, Rohit Sharma has been phenomenal with his captaincy. He did led the side with his captaincy as also his batting. He scored more than 300 runs in the series, but the way he captained the side, his positive intent, his positive captaincy, particularly the close-in fielders, the attacking fielders, and he was well complemented by the bowlers, all the spinners as well as the fast bowlers in the likes of Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj, and who can forget Akashdeep, another individual who has performed well. Obviously, it was his debut Test match, and it was his 3 quick wickets in the initial spell on day one, and that somewhat restricted the England team to post a huge total. And talking about the fourth key performer in the series win, it has to be the spin duo of Ravichandran Ashwin and Kuldeep Yadav. Obviously, the much less is talked about Ashwin, the much more. What an incredible performer he has been for Team India over the years. Obviously, he went on to achieve the milestone of 500 wickets, and he also claimed 350 wickets, matching the likes of Anil Kumble. He got past the milestone of Anil Kumble. He is now 354 wickets with still a Test match to go. And talking about Kuldeep, he has looked outstanding. Obviously, he did not make it to the playing 11 in the first Test, but then ever since he got a chance in that second Test match in Hyderabad, he looked to dominate the England batters, and as a result of which, talking about Kuldeep's performance, he grabbed 12 wickets at an average of 22.58. Obviously, his best being 4 for 22. As far as Ashwin is concerned, he picked 17 wickets at an average of 30.41, his best being 5 for 51. So both Ashwin and Kuldeep has complemented well in the series, and that has paved the way for India's series win. And obviously, not to forget Jadeja. I already mentioned about Jadeja, one of the key performers. So that was the fourth key performer for India. But last but not the least, we have to talk about the youngsters who has been outstanding in the series, be it Sarfaraz Khan, be it Dhruv Jurel, and be it Akashdeep. Obviously, I have to admit that Dhruv Jurel has been the outstanding among the youngsters. Obviously, the 90 he scored in the first innings of the Ranchi Test, and followed it up with the extremely crucial 39 not out, which was worth gold. Speaks volumes about his temperament, his mentality, his determination, and what a find he has been for India in this Test series. Dhruv Jurel has been totally outstanding in this Test series. It was his first Test, and remember, he hasn't played too many first class matches. So, and he missed out on a 50 in the last Test match, in his debut Test innings rather, in Rajkot. But when it comes to this fourth Test match at Ranchi, he had 90 runs, and that partnership of 76 runs with Kuldeep Yadav for the 8th wicket, that helped India to reduce the deficit from the England total. But and once Kuldeep was out, the way he accelerated, spoke volumes about his game sense, his match reading, and what a cool head he has on his shoulders. And he had all here, and as Gavaskar said, he has all the qualities and the calm and composure to be the next MS Dhoni. Whether it is, yes, one must admit that it is too early to compare Dhruv Jurel with Dhoni, but the way he has performed, he happens to be the player for the future. Obviously, it looks to be seen how he is groomed. Obviously, the selectors should keep him in the Test squad, even if Rishabh Pant comes back once he gets fit. And another youngster who performed in the series was Sarfaraz Khan. The 2 back-to-back 50s in both innings of his debut Test match, it was outstanding. Obviously, that emotional moment at the start of the Test series still leaves a lasting mark as far as this series is concerned. he did miss out on that on a big knock in the first innings. Obviously, he was run out, but then he followed it up with a brilliant 68 not out again in the second innings. So Sarfaraz Khan, and last but not the least, Akashdeep. What a debut he has. Obviously, the Bengal fast bowler was drafted into the playing 11, given the way he performed in domestic cricket for Bengal, and also also his performance against England Lions for India A, where he took 10 wickets in 2 matches, 2 unofficial test matches. So that's it. There were several key performers. Obviously, Shubman Gill, you should not forget that, taking the name of Shubman Gill. He scored 100, he scored 90 odd, and the innings that he played unbeaten 52 means obviously Shubman Gill, number 3 batter. Obviously, he was replacing someone like a Cheteshwar Pujara, and he has been phenomenal with the bat. And obviously, he took some outstanding catches in the series. Overall, it has been a brilliant performance. Obviously, there has been a few poor performances in the likes of Rajat Patidar, who did not impress at all. And another one is KS Bharat, who looked out of sorts, means obviously, but then overall it has been a tremendous performance. When you consider several key players like Virat Kohli, KL Rahul had to miss the remainder of the test series after playing that first test match where he scored more than 80 runs. India also missed services of Mohammad Shami. They had to rest Jasprit Bumrah in this 4th test match at Ranchi. So, but despite that, India put up a thoroughly professional performance, a brilliant performance to go on to win the 5-match test series with still a test match to go, 3-1. So that's it for now. Keep watching this space to get all the latest updates throughout the coverage from the series between India and England. This is me, Debashish, signing out for Red Sports. Until then, see you.
This is extra time. Extra time.